Welcome to another episode of Inspired Content, and welcome to another lead up to National Novel Writing Month. I usually try to do a little bit of a focus on creating story ideas for people who want to participate in National Novel Writing Month. And I do like a week for short stories and a week for movies and on and so forth to the rest of the categories. I'm going to do it a little different this time. I'm going to take a look at these two collections of short stories, and I'd like to just go through the entire collection. So there should be about 16 episodes based off of these two books, and then going from there I think I might just go on over into products and services with a focus again, as I like to do around this time, for services that, or even products that enable creators to market or bring their creations to the world. So I'm going to give that a shot this time, and so let's get started. Like I said, I'll be taking a short story from each one of these for each episode and go through the whole set. This one's a little bit more, so it'll probably be the last 3 episodes, 2 stories each from this one. But I'm curious to see what content is in these books, and I'm curious to see what kind of ideas and inspirations I can get from them and share with you guys. So I'll see you on the other side of that. Street of Dreams, Feet of Clay, and 62 Curses of Caliph Arenschadd. I would have to say the Street of Dreams, Feet of Clay, I'd rate a 3.8 out of a 4.2. I'm not super into it. It seems like it's both a well-known story idea of, maybe they were the first one to do it, I don't know, but it seems played out. But the other thing about it is it's really just a metaphor for a nagging wife and how you want to get away from her. It has that tone to it, and of course it's from 1969, so maybe they can get away with it. Then I found it kind of like unpleasant. It was an uncomfortable thing to read. But I mean, the premise of a city that's designed to take care of the carer of its humans, and all humans left, and a new human comes along and discovers it, and then finds that the city is inconvenient and always getting in the way and annoying them by asking too many questions or trying too hard to take care of it. It's really, I didn't enjoy it much, but it is sort of a staple of science fiction to contemplate the consequences of adding artificial intelligence to things like homes and cars and stuff. And I do think there are ways you could work with the story a little bit better. So, like, city AI that wishes to escape its people. How about the city doesn't like to deal with the sloppy, messy, self-absorbed human beings that litter because they don't feel they should have to pick up after themselves? And yeah, I haven't seen that approach before. Man programs his own mind into his own home AI system, and they grow to hate each other. Because there's one thing I know, that if people are too much alike, they can really start to grate on each other. So if you could copy your own mind, I'm pretty sure you'd be sick of your own crap. The 62 Curses of Caliph Arenschadd, I give a 4.1 out of a 4.4. I actually really did enjoy this story. It's sort of light It's a very short one, but it's got a great premise and has potential to play with it. So, ideas it inspired. 1. A curse that when cast on the father and all his descendants, or his heirs, let's say, which would probably make sense in this sense, is likely a blessing if his heir is a daughter. So, being able to take something that traditionally would compromise the masculinity of the father and make him seem a failure as a man, if expected to be passed on to all of his heirs, and he names one of his daughters his heir, that curse could be seen as a boon for a daughter who inherits the empire that the father had. A person who deliberately offends those who might cast curses on them in order to collect curses as a means of accumulating the magical consequences that they can then duplicate or pass on or spread in whatever way they can. Somebody who casts a curse for a petty reason, like didn't say thank you when they purchased something from, a magic user or something like that, and it's a petty curse that manages to spread like a virus or a plague, and the consequences of this petty curse are world-altering. A ruler whose whole kingdom is peopled by individuals he petulantly throws curses at, and thus creates an entire kingdom of sort of like the equivalent of mutants in the X-Men franchise, or some other kind of deformed but sort of alien people. And it's just like everybody's got a story about what curse they have and how it was given to them and what it means about how they go about their lives, and it makes them sort of like aliens in a city of aliens. Everybody's a little bit different and everybody has different rules they have to work under in order to get around the conditions of their curses. Alright, so those are the ideas I have for this one. You'll probably have noticed, if you've seen some of my previous videos, that I am not showing the reading of the works because I just don't have the capability of doing that right now, for reasons I will elaborate in another video. I am also not doing 6 per short story to keep these a little quicker, so I'm doing 6 total for both stories. Hopefully there's at least some inspiration in there, and I will see you for the next video. Take care.